What does this mean practically, mate? Tell me about your work day to day.
So I run SALT, which is a network of Christians working in media, mainstream media, a whole lot. So anything from journalists to people working in film, TV, now in content creation, all this kind of stuff. And so my job is, how do we support people in this industry, which can be tough sometimes.
Oh, no kidding. I mean, it's kind of in the name, right? The fact that these people are salt in these environments. You can imagine right now having a faith or something to draw from. I mean, Christians in media have probably never been more needed by the industry.
Yeah, I guess if we look at it like that, we need salt and light in these spaces, and we just have a different worldview, right? That's kind of the nature of our faith, which is that it's countercultural, and so I feel like the more Christians there are in that space, the greater our voice and impact and reach.
Yeah, and I love that we can encourage that too, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you about this all today, because through your, I guess, parent organization, CBA, Christian Broadcasters Association, we've got the opportunity to support Christian young people who want to get involved in the media with some scholarships that you guys have got available. So let's talk about some of this. What's the heart? What's the plan behind this today?
Yeah, I mean, getting into media is definitely a passion, right? People want to do it. They dream about it. And like I was saying, it's really important that we are a part of media. Sometimes it feels like, media doesn't get us or portrays us in different ways. And we can kind of think that we're being attacked or whatever. But like I said before, I think it's just that as people of faith, we just have a different worldview. And how we are part of the conversation, how we shape society is to actually be in it. Be salt, be light, be in the world, not necessarily of the world. And so the question is, hey, how do we help more young people to step into that call, be a part and, work in the passion that they have, the God-given gifts that they have. And so that's where we have the scholarships. And so there's 3 scholarships that we give. One is for journalism and comms.
Okay.
Another one is audio, radio, and podcasting. Both of those are $4,000. And then the last one is a pathway scholarship, and that one goes across 3 years to help people who otherwise might not be able to.
All right, so let's dive into these a little more specifically then. So the first one being around journalism. Why is that a particular focus, and why is that something we're targeting to provide a scholarship for?
Yeah, this is the one that really shapes a whole lot of our societal narrative, right?
Yeah.
And this is how we tell stories. This is how we engage with our world. It shapes our worldview, and I think it's important that we're part of that conversation.
Yeah. No, I love that. And even for people in there too, we've kind of alluded to the sense that we can have when we're not connected to the media, a belief that the media, just this kind of who's the media, have this view of what Christian people are like. Well, the truth is, until they get to interact with a Christian and see the ways in which they're similar and the ways in which they're different, not only will they never change, but also too, the lens that we apply to stories and how we tell those stories. Surely we want Christians being able to tell these stories, right?
Yeah, exactly. We just tell it from a different place. It comes from a different worldview. And I'm a believer in the Bible, as in it's a good thing. It's
fortunate, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a bit awkward otherwise.
So I think if we actually were to live our lives as healthy Christians, like we should just be healthier and have an attractive life. So even being in those spaces as a healthy Christian is, it's great for shaping society, but also helping the people in those workplaces, in those newsrooms, and just like anyone in any job and in any industry.
Yeah, well, Jesus did say go into all the world, right?
Yeah.
Like all the world means all the world.
All the world except media.
Yeah, exactly. It's so scary. Yeah. But what about audio, radio, and podcasting? Now, this is kind of cool that, we're stepping into a little bit of new media here with the podcasting side of things, but what's the focus with this one?
Once again, like this is where media... in my opinion, where media is heading. This is a whole lot of the content that I consume, and this is what we found as people's passions. As CBA, it's what we do as well, a lot in the podcast and radio space ourselves, and helping people step into that.
Yeah. And so what kind of things might people, this is if people are doing, say, audio production and things like that as well, or like specific radio training, those sorts of things?
Yeah, so it's the whole thing. So production all the way to, speaking, content creation, all that kind of stuff,
And if people maybe aren't sure, they know they've kind of got a passion for this, but they're thinking, hey, I want to work towards it, but I don't know if I'm really ready. That maybe is where the third scholarship could come into play if you've got a vision, but circumstances are that...
Yeah, so this is for study, so university study. And so if you're in those fields, and so the third one really is if you might not do it otherwise because finances are a barrier. We just don't want finances
Yeah.
to be a barrier to that. And so how can we help people?
How can we help people? And that's with the Pathway Scholarship there. So each one of these is $4,000, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Pathway Scholarship is across 3 years,
Right, okay. So if you know a young person right now, or maybe you are that young person, and this has resonated with you, you suddenly thought this is going to open up a passion that could now be a career. Nathaniel, how do people nominate themselves? What's the process like?
So you jump onto cba.org.nz/scholarships, or maybe Google CBS scholarships. I'm sure I don't know how many other CBS scholarships are out there.
Yep.
But you can apply on there. And on top of the actual scholarship, we also provide mentorship and support during the space, check-ins, all that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
As well as we'll sponsor you to go to Venn Summer Conference. Right? We're about being healthy. Christians, how can we actually support you in the long run?
So not only are they getting some practical training out of this, they're getting some mentoring and support from you guys, and then even a little bit of a theological boost from the Venn team as well.
Yeah, exactly.
How good is that?
Yeah.
How good is that? I mean, that's what we've got to be all about, right? If we're going to be salt and light to the world, then having Christians in the media is clearly part of that. So one more time there, Nathaniel, if people want to get involved, where do they go? How do they sign up?
cba.org.nz/scholarships.
Amazing. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss the next video.
We'll see you in the next one.